What's good YouTube? It's your boy the phenomenal strategy underscore Ramzi. Yes sir guys, today we're back with another video. Today we'll be watching Chinese deadly plastic head obsession. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what's going on with the Chinese species obsession. Like, they're saying they are having obsession with plastic surgeries. Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, you're having a plastic head surgery, bro.
To the world of shadow clone makeup, how about we start modifying our heads as well? Yes, I'm serious. We're getting set back 1,000 years at this point. Now, Chinese beauty culture has always had a thing for baby faces. And this isn't new. You open Douyin or Xiaohongshu and it looks like everybody downloaded the same character preset. Big eyes, small face, completely no pores, and a nose that looks so small that it's like it's trying to hide from you.
Bruh, I don't feel like, I feel like this is weird, but like that is. What do you mean like you're changing your physical appearance, like mostly on your face, like just to look like a Pokemon shit, like you want to look so young? No, I'm not discriminating them, but I feel like the way they're making it is so worse. Like they're advertising it like it's nothing.
Men and women alike are all chasing that. Technically, I'm 24, but you know, I look like I just got picked up from a kindergarten class aesthetic. Now, digital filters don't harm your physical body, right? It just messes up your entire view on beauty standards. But what if we crank that to the maximum threshold and start putting plastic in our heads to look, you know, a bit more alien? Welcome to the Chinese influencer obsession.
This is crazy. Like, what do you mean, bro? Like, you're changing even your forehead, bro. Like, they wanna be Michael Jackson so bad, bro. What do you mean? You wanna be like Billie Jean? I feel like that's so weird, like to advertise things like you just wanna change yourself, your physical appearance, to the point like you don't have nothing no more to change about yourself. I feel like these Asian people, the way they're perceiving it is like they just wanna be like dolls, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Influencer obsession with the so-called high skull beauty. If you've been doom scrolling on Douyin, you're gonna see many influencers bragging about their head wrapping face proportions like it's a Pokemon evolution. The concept is simple. If the distance between your hairline and the top of your skull is longer than the distance between your eyebrows and your hairline,
bruh, this is crazy. It's like you're receding your own hairline from the way the normal hairline was to a small pinchy hairline, bruh, to look like a doll, bruh. I feel like this is weird. I feel like obviously most of us, our hairline is chopped. You feel what I'm saying? Even my hairline is cooked. I feel going to take it, of course, but to change my ears, my eyes and shit like that, I won't change those things. You know what I'm saying?
congratulations. You've unlocked the ultimate proportional face. Just looking at it, it's a piece of art. Your head will be considered high, and once your head is high, your face will just magically look smaller. Ah yes, faces just exist only to be compared to other body parts. Disregard anything else. Of course, it's all about the angles, and this entire thing is basically an illusion just to trick you to think that you're chopped. They'll tell you it's a way to look younger, and it's completely normal and definitely safe. I mean, stretching your head like Play-Doh, of course it's safe. Now, it did start at the safer end, mainly with
oh no, look at her, bro. Her hair's gone, bro. Like, it's gone. She's gone bald, bro. She's gone bald in a young, early age, bro. What do you mean? Like, the way she was at first, now she's bald because she wanted to do a head surgery, bro, to put like some random things on his head.
Influencers promoted headbands and foam pads pretty much to just push your hair a bit more forward and higher. But let's be real for a second. The problem was never about having a flat skull or a big forehead. It all started because people were saying, if your head isn't high enough, then your face is big. And if your face is big, then you look old. And if you look old, you fail.
Especially for influencers who's
I am gonna say it. I feel like if it's not girls type thing, I feel like it's Asian thing. As men's, if I speak for men's, I feel like men's, they don't consider a hairline to be something to be considered in life. Obviously, if I have a bad hairline, obviously I wanna fix it by going to a barber. You feel what I'm saying? I will tell my barber, don't fuck me up, bro. Don't fuck me up.
higher income depend on their appearance. Put the fries in the bag, little bro. And that's where the solutions came in. And by solutions, I mean injecting filler into your scalp so that your head becomes inflated like a balloon. The most common method being pushed by influencers is injecting hyaluronic acid directly into your head. And hyaluronic acid isn't like some evil substance, okay? Like we use it, I personally use it in skincare, and everybody else does too. It essentially hydrates your skin. And here's the thing that they don't tell you. This is temporary, and also your scalp is massive, so you need way more filler than you think to really make a big difference. And way more is an
what? Like you have to put more feelings in your head. Like aren't you gonna have a brain damage after that? Like what is the effectiveness of after that? I feel like there's some type of things like they're gonna happen, brain damages, blood, what. I feel like this. Too many things, bro.
Understatement. Now, there's this viral case about a beauty influencer who really wanted a high skull, and they ended up, sit with me here, having around 50 syringes of hyaluronic acid injected into their scalp. At first, everything seemed fine, and that's how most of these stories start, by the way. A couple of months later, she posted a video where she removed her headband and revealed a massive bald patch.
Oh no! Put fries in the bag. Put fries in the bag. This is crazy. This is even worse than a bald man, bro. If your head is like this, shave that shit out. I ain't gonna lie, shave that shit out. Oh no, bro. Oh no, this is worse, bro.
She was crying on camera, explaining how that she'd gone for a crown lift filler 2 months earlier after she started watching face to head proportion videos. And a month later, her hair started falling out in clumps.
我吐了，2个多月之前吧，我刷到一个大白，他在讲头脸比例、容貌的焦虑的趋势吧，我种草了，专门赶去上海溜了高颅顶，就是在头顶的这块位置。刚开始的时候没有太大感觉，只是觉得有一点红肿，然后痒，会起白屑。运动的时候都会觉得有种神经被拉着的感觉，容易头疼。我以为这是正常的恢复的过程，然后1个月之后我就开始掉头发了，慢慢的出现斑秃，并且一发不可收拾，到现在越来越严重。而未来3到6个月我可能都长。
That's crazy. Seeing your hair falling out, bro. Imagine you're waking up from your side chick's bed and you see her hair falling out, bro. I'm gonna laugh as fuck. Yo, that's crazy. Like seeing having a bald spot on a wig is crazy.
再加上我的职业因素，可以说生理上的折磨是一部分，但心理上的痛苦才是最煎熬的。
And the doctors believed that her hair follicles entered dormancy because the filler caused tension and restricted blood flow. In other words, your hair was basically fighting for its life. She eventually got the fillers dissolved, and then the doctor said that because there wasn't any permanent scarring yet, her hair might regrow back. Might. Okay, but what if we remove the temporary part? Because apparently injecting like 50 syringes into your scalp is clearly not extreme enough. And this is where our beloved material, cement, enters the chat. Well, bone cement, okay, not like concrete. Now, bone cement is a real medical material used in actual reconstructive surgeries. You know, the kind performed by licensed surgeons for medical reasons. Not so your face can look 3% smaller on Douyin. But here, bone cement is being marketed as the ultimate high skull solution. Absolutely no maintenance, and it's a permanent fix. Now, I was gonna explain exactly how this procedure works, but it is just so gruesome, so I'm just gonna put it in simple terms. They essentially open a small part in your scalp, inject the bone cement, and mold it like Play-Doh so that it fits properly. And then it starts to quickly harden and solidify, which then becomes permanent. Congratulations, you have a helmet in your head now. And around mid-2025...
Nigga, I wouldn't want to see my own brain, bro. Why the fuck you mean like they open your own head and they just fill it up with those random shit? With the cement and shit like that. The way they make this surgery things, bro. Nah, bro.
A 29-year-old woman from Jiangsu paid around 180,000 yuan at a beauty salon to achieve this perfect high skull look. Not a hospital, a beauty salon. I mean, that's already insane. She said that she always hated how her forehead looked for a very, very long time, and eventually she found out what bone cement filling was, and she knew that was the answer. Because obviously when you don't like your forehead, the solution is to drill into your skull. So she goes through the exact same step-by-step procedure I explained earlier, but according to some reports, this beauty salon apparently used staple-like clips to...
Oh no, this is worse. This is worse, it's getting worse and worse. What do you mean like you hated your own forehead? You hated the way your hair it was. You hated the way your forehead is far from your eyes. What the fuck you mean? And they use stapler. My nigga, you know how painful the stapler is, bro. They didn't even use a stitches, bro. What the fuck you mean? Like you gone to a salon? I feel like when you are desperate for things, like you wanna fix yourself and you're desperate, don't do some random shit. I feel like that thing is gonna put you a lot into a dangerous zone, bro. Like I'm sure they don't even have a procedure of those things.
You know, close the gaps. Instead of like actual medical material.
鼓水泥全过成第二弹，这就是放在脑子里的水泥。先来一个造型设计，半个小时做完了，现在出门去吃饭。赛小寒都啥都不。
The entire procedure took about 20 to 30 minutes. That's a very fast procedure, first of all.
What? 20 to 30 minutes, bro. What were they doing in your head, bro? Like, and they were opening your head? I'm just confused, bro. Like, I'm very confused.
Beauty salon was even able to do such a procedure that is basically head surgery. And of course, a lot of people ask the most obvious question.
What happens in about 20 years? Does it get removed? What if beauty standards change? Am I just stuck with 2026 high skull aesthetics forever? And trends change fast, and I mean extremely fast. Today could be high skulls, tomorrow it's something else. Now, do you guys remember this girl?
But I'm not into people who are doing this kind of things, but like, I find them so cringe.
Yeah, have you ever noticed something odd about their ears? So there's this huge elf ear trend where influencers are pretty much showing off their ears that are protruding outwards unnaturally to make their faces look smaller. It's pretty much the same idea, just a different body part. One influencer that went viral for this procedure was Chen Xianen. She posted about her elf ears on Weibo, sharing the before and after photos, pretty much saying that the injection
behind her.
All of this, they're doing it because they're being influenced. Like they see someone going viral and say, nah, I'm gonna make my lip to be filled. I wanna make my ear filled. Like you are making things like even your family, they wouldn't even recognize you, bruh. Imagine you're having a kid. How would your child perceive you as a person who has surgeries are everywhere?
Behind her ear made her face look smaller. We can see from the before photos, her ears were barely visible from the front when her hair was tied up. After the injections, her right ear pretty much just jutted outwards like it was trying to run away from her face. Now what's especially ironic is that protruding ears used to be something that people got bullied for, and now it's rebranded as an aesthetic. You just slap on this cute little fantasy name to it and now everybody wants it. Some netizens with natural protruding
Dog. Even me when I was a young kid, bruh, I used to have long, big ears, bruh. Like, you know, when you were young, bruh, they bully you because you're having those type of features of your body. Like, you're having a big forehead, you're having a big head, like, those type of things. Like, some kid, they hate it. Like, why am I born like this and shit like that. But you're a grown-ass woman or a grown man. Like you are bringing those type of things. Like you know how people pass that trauma, bro. As a young kid, bro. Like that's crazy, bro.
Ears even joked, so my ears that I've had for over 20 years are finally fashionable? And because there's always somebody who takes it too far, our male celebrity here, Xiao Chaye, literally implanted rib cartilages into their ears to achieve the look. So essentially at this point, we're just swapping body parts like Lego pieces.
能贴出10万的效果，但你做不出来。我身边很多人做了精灵耳的假模体，往回缩了，尽量是10万的耳朵，横着贴，一半的耳朵上，一半的耳朵背后出来了。
And all these wild beauty procedures were marketed so hard by salons to the point where pretty much the
bruh, these Asian people, like they're trying too much, bruh, to look like some anime characters, bruh. I don't know if they're doing it for modeling or like they're just doing it for numbers, bruh.
Trend outweighed all the risks. And that is exactly how aesthetic poids works. You're shown the rewards and not the consequences. Which is how we end up with people drilling into their heads because Douyin said that their faces would look smaller. Now on the bright side, not so bright, but fillers can be dissolved and your hair might grow back. But bone cement? That's not something you just grow out of. It's literally growing inside of you. You're permanently locking your body into an online trend that may just exist for like maybe half a year. And this brings us to our final boss, Lisa Yo. This girl got famous for transforming her appearance so hard that not
Her friends and family
bro. Nah, what? Like I noticed everything. I feel like everything on her is just plastic.
even her friends and family recognized her. She openly obsessed over Korean and Chinese celebrities and, well, clearly, as you can tell, she just went all in. Multiple major surgeries, pretty much all aimed to look like this idol aesthetic. And transformation is an understatement. Her new face didn't carry any resemblance to her original features. So if you lined up old and new photos together, you would literally think that these are two completely different people that have never met. Netizens quickly pointed out her extremely high and overfilled forehead, as well as a noticeable raised back of the head. It's pretty obvious that her eyes, nose, and mouth all had been worked on, and every exposed part of her skin had pretty much been altered.
I tried Korea's latest beauty obsession ear fillers, and the results are shocking. If you've seen my TikTok about the ear tape,
Bruh, even Michael Jackson is better, bruh. Like the way she did it, like it's too much, bruh. Even he doing the feeling, head feeling. Oh nah.
you already know the look everyone is going for these days in Korea. After trying out the tapes and loving the result, I decided to get fillers to make my ears bigger. Then I headed into the treatment room and met Dr. Jong. First, I got a small anesthetic shot to reduce any pain. Just look at the difference after doing one side. Oh my god, the trend originated from China where people get this type of fillers a lot. And now a lot of Koreans getting it too. Honestly, it was totally manageable, just a little discomfort. My before and after. I'm obsessed.
Now, stories came out that she was actually a mixed race of Russian and Mongolian, and that she was bullied in school for—
Is that her? Is that her? Like, am I seeing two different people? Like, that's different people from a young age to that certain space. That's crazy.
for having these Asian features. After moving to South Korea, she decided to completely transform her identity and even deleting all the old photos and videos of herself to completely just try to wipe her traces off of the internet of her previous looks. Now, what makes this especially dangerous is that it's mainly targeted for an audience of regular people, just like me and you. Not everybody is a celebrity with loads of money or many options they can pick from. So then they start comparing the prices, filters, or surgery, temporary or permanent, you know, except all of this is pretty much an illusion. Because your face didn't shrink, your skull just got higher. So without any—
But I feel like if I'm doing these things, bruh, it costs me maybe $25,000, bruh. I ain't gonna do that shit. Like, what do you mean, like, it cost me that a lot of money to do these kind of things, bruh? Just to do a temporary plastic surgery, bruh.
any angles or any other beauty filters, in real life, it just looks unnatural. You're essentially just trying to morph yourself back to the primal age, as well as putting a baby filter on your face. So what happens when a lower skull becomes cute again? Or maybe even round faces come back into fashion? Like, are people just supposed to sand down their skulls back to normal now? So yeah, if you ever look in the mirror and think that you're not enough, just remember, there are people out there spending hundreds of thousands of yuan to reconstruct their head shape because an influencer told them to. And honestly, if your biggest problem is that your forehead is too big, you're doing just fine. Stay human, stay recognizable, and for the love of God, please don't set us back another 100 years.
But if you like this video, please comment, subscribe, and do all those things. See you on the next video.